you guys, you guys did kind of like iron a lot of things out, almost separating the party and coming back together. So that's good.
Thanaga has no idea why Leston's mad at her.
Leston's just mad at the world.
Yeah.
Thanaga's just like,
Could have been anyone in Thanaga's shoes. Could have even been Leston. Leston would have just been mad at herself.
Pretty much. That's pretty
Leston's
much what
always
it is.
mad at herself.
Leston's basically just mad at herself and kind of just... Thanaga just kind of happens to bear the brunt of it. Pretty much.
Yeah. Because I'm soulless and don't care. That's what I was...
It's not even that. It's just that, unfortunately,
there is reasons.
Little known with a lot of PTSD has, that just goes over to everybody.
Issues? What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anger issues are
I will say there is a reason why it's Thanaga, but there's no way that like Thanaga could know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very unfair.
Alright, just let me know when you're... Oh, I see the stream.
Okay.
I'm in. Jump,
what?
I don't know. I always watch the stream so I can jump at the right time. And then I always get it wrong.
What do you... I don't understand. Okay.
Well, if you watch...
Actually inflate these numbers.
Just...
That's how we do it.
I never know where to go. I really...
Are you not following on twitch.tv?
Yeah, you gotta follow Badger Spray. You gotta get me to 50 followers so that I can become a Twitch affiliate.
If you become a Twitch affiliate, every month I'm going to give you my Amazon Prime thing. Because I never give it to anybody. It's just wasting away.
Yeah, please do give me Amazon Prime.
But if you have Amazon Prime, you should totally give that to my Twitch.
You're right, I should.
Mm-hmm. Because I am affiliated, and I'm so close to hitting that mark where I can cash out the $100 because Brandon kept on doing like a $30 subscription to, I guess, a tier that I didn't know existed on my account.
Yeah, no, you're right. I actually will. The problem is, like, I can't do it from mobile, so that's why I always forget to give it out. For some reason, you cannot, like, give Amazon Prime subscriptions from mobile, but no, I will.
That's weird.
I will give it to you.
I mean, like, who knows? Mobile's fucked up all the time.
Yeah, no, but that's why I often forget to give it every month to someone. No, but I'll give it to you after this.
Cool.
Hey.
I don't even know what I'm streaming next. I didn't even stream that the game last night. I was like, okay, I just don't want to stream.
I would gladly.
And it was okay because like I spent an hour giving out fake rules and then like trying to look for the real rules of radiation sickness and poison because it's so fucking complicated in Starfinder.
I will gladly give you my $5 a month.
Hell yeah. All right. So, last we left off. Are you guys all ready?
Yup.
All right. That sounded like an astounding yes.
Yes.
Cool. Last we left off, our party hanging out in Falcon's hunting lodge. After getting drunk, doing a couple suspicious things, sleeping under a tree, arguing with Skinge, getting real mad at a couple people, almost breaking up, getting back together, that's actually kind of what happened. So we're going to pick up after the breakfast discussion that you guys all had about what the next goal is or where you guys are going next. I believe you guys are still sitting all at the same table in the tavern that is at Falcon's Hunting Lodge. And that's what I have for a flashback.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing?
My computer is like going crazy right now because the stream is on. And I hear you talking, and then it's following off of the stream.
You
then
just
they
mute the
muted
stream.
It won't mute. So now it's still going. I literally am hearing you just talking away.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I hear it all talking in about a second. And put on before the storm. There we go.
I've even closed out the stream thing. Oh my gosh, I can hear it. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to bring you guys to the overland map?
Yeah. I think we're heading out, so...
Alright. I'm going to take out this Sin token over here, but the other 3 are still traveling with you for now. Who wants to move the party for now?
Eve is normally our token on the overland map, but she's got the survival skills.
Alright.
I shall be leader.
Let me put you over here, make you a little bit smaller. Alright, so if you guys cut through the woods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, it's going to be about 2 days travel to Neverwinter. But you will have to make a higher survival check. If you guys go south and then follow the trail around, it will be about 3 days, but it's going to be a slightly lower survival check.
I finally figured out why I kept hearing the stream even after I closed out the window. It's because it was also playing in my Discord, and I'm like, what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah, that happens.
I'm not computer savvy, so I couldn't focus on anything that was happening. Are you asking what we're doing now?
Yeah. West, 2 days through to Neverwinter is going to be a higher survival check, or if you guys go south through the woods to the Tribord Trail and swing around that way, it'll be 3 days, but a slower survival check.
Yeah, I don't like things taking forever. I like just going straight through.
I trust Eve's survival rolls.
Yeah, don't fuck up.
So it sounds like you guys are going west?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Going west.
All right. Sin is going to help you because he's a helpful guy. He's a bard. He does that kind of thing, I think, sometimes. Yeah, you have advantage.
Thank God.
It's good that you had it because you got a 22. So pretty much that is going to bring you guys to the edge of the woods. And by that time, it's nighttime. You guys should be able to camp out there. Is there anything that you guys wanted to get done throughout the day's travel, or through the night's watch?
I'm just preparing myself for the difficult conversation I'm gonna have.
They're not good.
So I feel like I'm probably very quiet and just off in the back. Well, when I'm not leading, which we're resting.
I'm gonna lead from the back of the party. I mean, don't wolves do that in groups?
He's just behind us going, yeah, we're good. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Just keep going that way.
Just keep leading. Just keep leading.
So we'll do a couple watches. Sin will take second watch. Who wants to take the other watches?
I'll take third.
Okay.
I'll take first.
I'll take fourth.
All right. Eve, you gonna get a full night's sleep?
Nice.
That's fair. You were leading the group, so.
All right. So first watch, just roll a perception check.
Alrighty. Perception check for me. Come on. Open up. There you go. My character sheet's just being slow to load. Alright, here we go. That's a flat 10.
All right. So you kind of hang around the crackling fire. You don't really notice too much. As you wake up, Sin, luckily nothing has ambushed the camp yet.
Alright.
With that being said, Sin's going to roll the second watch. All right, that's good. Over to the third watch. Who is third watch? Who does he wake up?
Me.
Scange.
Okay, so he wakes up the Scange. It's like, hey, you. I'm done with my watch now. If you want to.
Who the fuck are you? Who are you? I'll recognize you. What are you doing here? What are you doing in our camp?
I'm not even going to touch this. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I'm not
He just walks away from your nonsense. He's not engaging in it.
It was just like, good one. Now, good night.
I sit by the fire and I talk to Lunch, and I'm like, I point at the fire. I'm like,
That's gonna be your destiny one day.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about lunch then.
It kind of just goes over to the fire, and it like gets a little too close, and it kind of like jumps back as like an ember lands on it. It's like, ah!
I hate that it has like a human-like voice.
It does an owl bear baby scream.
Owl bear.
Yeah, it's just a Pokemon now. Owl bear.
Owl bear.
Owl bear.
All right, so yeah, that goes by. Who's fourth watch?
I have one.
Okay. Before you do your perception check, roll me a flat D20.
Flat 20. Click. 4.
All right. Whatever your target number was for your egg, just bring it down one.
Oh,
So glad it didn't hatch. I was like, I don't even remember what egg I gave you. I'll be honest.
it's a blue owl bear egg.
It's not an owlbear egg. There was one owlbear egg. There was one
blue
other
egg.
egg.
It's a blue egg. So now it's 15 through 20?
Yeah.
Alright. So now I'm gonna roll my perception. Rolling it.
All right. Yeah, the sun starts coming up. And yeah, with that, you guys are able to break camp. Nothing really happens. Everybody take off one ration. Leah.
What are those?
I'm like, nobody cares.
If you have a pet, take off 2. If you have undead, only take off 1.
She hands Bob a ration. He puts it in his mouth. It just falls through his jaw.
He makes a sound as he's eating. He's like, nom, nom, nom. That was good.
Delicious.
Oh, yummy.
All right. With your general survival, because you're trained in it, you're able to go through the plains following the river quite well. With that being said, you guys, by probably, I would say, midday, maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock, you guys make it over to the gates of Neverwinter. It seems like there's a lot of traffic coming in and out. You see that there are high walls to the city. And it seems as though at the entrance, there's kind of like a couple arches that people are going through, but it seems like there's a little bit of a backup as they have to like talk to the guards, and sometimes if they're bringing wagons and everything, the guards seem to check them and everything. So it looks like there's that, guards on the walls. It's your typical big city. If you guys started the adventure from here, you guys know that that's kind of what you went through as you were leaving. And also, Thurnaga, since you were a guard in the city, you basically know that this is just standard duty. Oh wait, no, you don't, because you're an amnesiac.
Do any of these people recognize me at all? Like any of the guards?
Well, right now I'm assuming that you guys are just seeing this. I don't know if you guys have approached yet.
Oh. I'm assuming we're approaching?
Eve, I think.
Okay.
Eve, did you say you had to disguise yourself to get in? I'm fine to go in. I've been here before. anyone need to disguise themselves to go in? Because Sin, that's your department.
That I can do.
It's probably best that I am unnoticed. I am still wanted.
And your little skelly boys might attract some attention too.
They look. They like point to their chest, looking around like, "What? Who? Me?"
So is it just Eve? That's what we are doing for the disguises?
Well, and her.
Don't know why.
And
Starting to talk like that.
And her skelly boys. We're not out in the boonies anymore. They might attract a bit more attention here. Yeah, can you do
The
three
boonies.
at once?
Do you have a preferred look?
Alive.
Yeah, really nothing undetectable.
Okay. Do you have a name that you probably want to go with? Because with this new body, you probably don't want to use your name. I am going to cast a disguise spell that is going to make you look entirely different.
Rachel.
That is a terrible name. I don't
I
know
know,
the
it's
game of
awful.
that.
Jeeves.
Jeez.
Yves Saint Laurent.
What about something weird that like no one would know, like something?
Sam.
Sam.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's like a male Sam or a female Sam.
Why does it have to be gender?
Sam. What? Either way, it's S-A-M.
All right, Sam, I am. Here we go.
Sam, I am.
He
That is the saddest movie I've ever watched.
oof.
That's a movie?
So he casts a spell over you, and it cuts to this like super anime color in the background, like transition. And as the glitter of this fades over you, what do you look like?
I look like a... Does it change height or no?
It can change height. You could. It really only changes height to about a foot. Either way.
I mean, I'd say I'm slightly shorter, just like your typical typical person, kind of someone you see in the background. I look like an extra now.
Yeah, I think
You look like a background dancer.
I think the way if I'm not mistaken, the way it works is like you're physically like you don't physically change shape. So like if someone like put their hand over you, like your head would still be there. It's like an illusion, but that's why it can change appearance up to a foot.
It also doesn't throw you in a new size category. Like you can't be a gnome, but like you could look like a tiefling, you could look like a human, you could look like anything.
I'm just like a mid-sized brunette, just boring looking. I don't know.
Oh my god, you're Bray. You're Bray. DM, she's
right.
Bray.
Well, we'll go with that. Do you also have a giant sword on your back and just absolutely nail everybody at a whorehouse?
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, like, to be fair,
not what I meant.
it's just
Okay.
a design of another guy. That's fine.
Think Anne from Arrested Development.
Oh, nice. Love Anne.
We're
going with Anne.
In other words, the voice of Katara.
I see.
So that means that we're going to do a Guardians of the Galaxy Chris Pratt for Bob. And
Yeah.
for Bobalina, what do we need over here? You know, we're going to do another April Ludgate joke, so it's just going to be the cast.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
But like they walked into a Renaissance fair and didn't really know how to dress.
Like, this is okay, right?
I was totally going to do background music, and then I stopped. Well, what am I doing here? So yeah, you guys look pretty different.
Okay, cool.
Now, don't get close to anybody and let them touch you. It might get a little bit weird.
I mean, I want to say that we have cloaks on. Just kind of like putting the hoods up, I think, and just kind of trying to stick to like the sidelines.
I just feel like they're not going to be like, wait, where did he just go? Where did it happen? Like, you know, when somebody puts the glasses on, right? Like Superman, it's like, whoa, you just missed Superman.
Clark Kent, did you just see Superman? He just walked behind that trash can. No, he must have just passed right by me.
Well, I can't believe you missed it, man.
Does he ever like take his glasses off in front of people to clean them, and then like people are like, "What?" You know?
You look familiar. No,
you look like someone puts glasses back up. Fucking nerd.
Never mind.
You know what I never understood is like those eye masks too. The ones that just like cover your eyes and like the bridge of your nose.
Honestly, I'm a fan of eye masks. Like, I think that those are pretty slick looking. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, they look cool, but like it's not hiding anyone's identity.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, wasn't like the Green Hornet or something?
Yeah, well, if you think about it, like, you know, a lot of the superheroes are typically heroes in their not their hometowns, but like, you know, somewhere they live.
Yeah, it's so, like Spider-Man is New York.
And someone's gonna wish you look like, unless you're Spider-Man, because then you're.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man is New York, Batman is Gotham City, Nightwing is Bloodhaven.
I just think it's ridiculous, man.
I'm with you.
Like Robin, people, you don't look that different.
But after COVID and all the masks, like that's the part that really should be covered. Like I don't recognize anybody if they have that on.
I always had
if it
like
was the
the
other
best.
way, like I know exactly. What you are.
I always had like the best hope for like people's like mouth and like nose area. And then like they take their mask off and I'm like, oh wow, you're like 3 times uglier than I thought you were gonna be. Like I thought you were gonna look like pretty good. And they take off their mask. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Mask fish.
Yeah, that's it.
Just like Hatfish.
Like that did not go like I thought it was gonna go in my mind. And I already saw like 50% of your face, so I don't know.
But I mean,
the feature really took a turn.
But I mean, Clark Kent can't be Superman. He wears glasses.
Obviously.
Right?
It's impossible.
He can't see without his glasses. His glasses.
If Superman ever gets old, like in his equivalent of like, I don't know, like his like 50s or 60s and starts needing like nearsighted bifocals, like people are really going to see, you know. It's like, hey, that guy looks like Clark Kent. The fuck?
He's just either really stupid or has a lot of balls.
We've been lied to this whole time.
I mean,
what are you doing, old man? Wait for Superman.
They actually did do a good job in like the old-fashioned movies because like what's his name, Christopher Reeves. He actually did change his physicality, but like sometimes they don't do a good job, and he just looks exactly the same in both versions. Like, you know, sometimes he actually like does look really different, but like sometimes he's just exactly the same. There's no disguise.
I always found it funny that they try to like get the superheroes to seem like super nerdy, right? Like, oh, you're wear glasses, you're super nerdy, but also like they have them in like these super nice suits and they're like super jacked and it's like
yeah, they're totally super buff. They have like the jawline of like fucking like I don't know, just fucking Mount Rushmore. Fucking the shoulders are super heroic, buff as shit.
Yeah, Clark Kent is 280 pounds of pure Kansas beef.
Yeah.
Right?
Like he looks like he could just be a lineman. Like especially in the 90s cartoons. Like he is a buff dude. Like, how does anybody think he's nerdy?
He looks like John Cena.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's no way you could beat that guy up. It's like, he looks like he could beat everybody up. What do you mean?
All right, so you guys are at the gates, and at that point, the line moves up to your group. And one of the guards comes out and is just like, all right, state your business and your names for the ledger.
I look to Leston.
Leston Woodsprite, Paladin of Girdle. I've been here before. I've got family and
He kind of he has a book open in front of him, but as you say your name, it flips to a page by itself, and he kind of looks at it as like, "Yep, all right, you're clear. What about you?" He points to one of you in the group.
Thurnaga.
Thurnaga.
Yes, I live here.
That flips through. Is like, Thurnaga. Can you do me a favor? And are you with that group actually? This group?
Yes, I've been tasked with them.
Yes. There is an asterisk here to speak for us to pull you aside to speak to the court of the royal palace.
I look down at Lester, I look back at the guy, and I'm like, oh, okay.
What about you? And then he starts pointing to everybody else. Does anybody lie on their resume?
Does Scange even have one?
I'm just wondering if anybody's like, I don't know, I'm Johnson McGillicuddy. Like,
I was gonna say the Scange says he speaks Spanish, but obviously not.
Spain, it's a Scange with like a giant mustache and a sombrero. I am El Scange.
I am Samuela Hargreaves, and they're my brother and sister, Samuel Lar and Samuelina. We are all.
He kind of squints for a little while, and I'm gonna need like an easy deception check.
God, well.
It's like, were your parents? Never mind. Hargreaves. Oh yeah, no. You've been here before. Okay, yeah. He checks you off.
I let out like a quiet sigh of relief.
You let out that like anime sigh that like, you know, just like has that like little cloud come out and
Bead of sweat.
yeah, the one bead of sweat and then like the little black squiggle over your face.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta get my boys to bed really quick.
All right. So you guys are all brought to the side with Thurnaga.
I just snuck in.
Are you gonna try to sneak past the guards?
I was unnoticed.
There's a ton of them. If you want to try, you can do a pretty high sneak check. You can do pretty high stealth.
Well, I mean, they didn't ask me my name, so I just assumed that I just walked with everyone else.
I kind of skipped over everyone else. I was waiting for people to give me a fake name, but if anyone's trying to give a fake name or do anything different, let me know. But if you just give your real name and you say that you're with Thurnaga, like, just join that group. Like, they're not going to arrest you again.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right. You give them your real name, and your name also has an asterisk next to it. But wait. Scange the Goblin. I need you also to go over to that group.
Well, these clowns.
Yeah.
Listen, buddy, between you and me, they're not really going to be much use to you. I'm really the one you got to watch out for.
You hear like the click of like 3 crossbows. What do you need to watch out for? He like ducks down to your level. He's like holding onto his dagger. He's like, you gonna start any trouble in my city?
No, I mean, if you want something done, you know.
You bring a crime to my city? Another crossbow clicks in the distance.
Leston!
Leston will raise her hand and say, listen, I don't need to be assaulting Descange. He's kind of come under my wing a little bit as something of an apprentice. He is correct in his ways as a goblin. I vouch for him changing his ways as a paladin of Girdle.
You better watch out for this one. It's written over here that he has a special parole right now.
I am aware of that. But
he's on probation.
That is correct. I'm aware of that.
I'm back, by the way.
I will speak to him as a paladin. He's not very well mannered, I will admit, but I do speak that he has done many good deeds for the people of Phandalin, and I can vouch that as part of his parole he is changing his ways, and I take full responsibility for his actions while he is in the city, and if he does anything wrong, I will ensure that restitution is done.
Well, I think that we stalled enough time, and the person playing Thurnaga is back, so we're going to bring you into the city now without asking any further questions.
Okay.
So they bring you into the city. I'm actually making a quick map here, so give me just a couple seconds. Oops, that was the wrong thing. Doing more wrong things. Why am I so daft? And punk. Oh no! He's here! Alright, who had the over-under on this? Who had the...
Zink! Come back, Zink! Zink, come back!
I'm right here. I'm back.
Alright, so I'm going to move you guys over to this map over here. Boom. And you guys are all brought into the city as a group. From what you know, you guys are being brought pretty much directly to the royal court as they kind of like walk you through the streets. It seems like there's two guards that are bringing you. They're not like bringing you in as like captured or anything, but they are kind of like keeping an eye on you as they walk you through the streets and like, you know, move everybody out of the way.
Into the city?
Yep, right in the city. All right. So, let me see over here. While you guys are walking through the city, doing anything, saying anything, it's a pretty crowded city.
I mean, did Scan have something you wanted to tell me or something like that?
Your shoes untied.
My shoes untied? Joke's on you. I'm wearing boots, not shoes.
Boots untied.
They're still untied. What? Oh!
I'm just keeping an eye
Thurnaga's just
out.
kind of like looking around, like, I guess kind of like trying to remember this place because she's like,
this place seems a little bit familiar to you, for sure.
Hey, can I go see my house?
They don't walk past it. Are you gonna leave to try?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't see any reason why. This is more of a Leston's kind of. I'm sorry. This is more kind of a Leston's little thing right now, right? So I could leave honey
we
temporarily.
all get led into the city as a group and had to sign in as a group.
Yeah.
And they made it clear they're leading us to the castle. So
Yeah. I'm going to keep an eye out for anyone who might recognize me, and I'm going to try and keep. I actually don't know if Leston. No,
I was just wondering what was.
I don't have a hood, but I'm going to actually make sure I'm wearing my helmet so that I can't be recognized. Although I suppose my armor is kind of distinctive. I'm going to try and not be recognized by anyone.
All right. So yeah, you guys.
Oh no, it's him.
Walk through. It's the giant ghoul. Sorry, I had to. I was like, you know what? I haven't done this in about a year and a half.
I saw like this little thing on the map. I'm like, what is that? And then I go to zoom in, and then you like made it bigger. I was like, whoa, this is damping.
stimp stomping through the place. I was like making him look like a giant. All right, so yeah, if you guys try to separate, the guard kind of like asks you. So I guess like Sync, the guard in the front stops, and you guys kind of stop, and he walks over. He's like, you're looking to leave the group there?
No, if it's going to be a pain right now, I'll just go there later to see if
I mean, your name did not have an asterisk after it, so I mean, if you want to leave, you can.
I mean, I would assume that it's because I'm actually a member of this town, but I'll find that out later. I definitely want to go back and see my house and see if there's anything there for me. For sure. Like, I want to do that.
I also live here.
There is someone I also want to find if I can. Actually, maybe I will try and wander off and find this person if I can. This might be a good time. Yeah, actually, I will wander off from the group. I want to try and find... There is one person from my military company who is still alive and is homeless. There's two other survivors from my military company who are both homeless. One is in Waterdeep and one is in Neverwinter. The one in Neverwinter, the last time Leston looked for him, she couldn't find him. She wants to try and find him and give him money and make sure he's all right. Because that's what she does every time she goes to Waterdeep and Neverwinter. Well, someone.
It is a large city.
I know, but she's going to try. So she's going to wander off and try and find him. She couldn't find him last time. She found the guy in Waterdeep before she met up with this group. But she hasn't found the guy in Neverwinter in about 6 months. So she's really worried about him.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's a big city. I could have you do a perception check, but it's going to have to be rather high.
Yeah. Perception or I mean, anything I'm going to roll will be just as bad.
Got like a 5% chance, maybe.
17?
17 is a pretty good roll, but we'll get back to that in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, she thinks he's dead at this point. But yeah, she would like to try and find him.
All right. So, you guys, as Leston splits off, finally make it up over to the Neverwinter Castle, the Neverwinter Court. A couple of you guys have seen it before. Definitely have seen it in the distance if you have lived here. But I believe that probably only Thurnaga has been here, maybe for like a couple for like a ceremony or something with the guard. I don't think anybody else would have been up here at all.
Okay.
But with that being said, they kind of drop you off in this like waiting room, kind of near like the entrance of this place. It's very well furnished. It seems like it kind of has like a red upholstery kind of vibe to this place. But in the room, there's comfortable chairs. There's pitchers of fresh water that you can pour into a cup of drink from. It seems as though there's pitchers. There are paintings around. This place does look very regal, very royal, and very comfortable. The room that you're in probably is way bigger than it should be. So like a waiting room, probably like, I don't know, we're looking at like 50 by 30 and like the ceilings are like 30 feet high and, look very nice, like sculpted marble. But the guard kind of drops you off. Is like, wait here for a little while. We're going to let them know that you guys have came, and I believe they'll send somebody down. It shouldn't be too long.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm just going to be devouring the water pitchers, just guzzling.
Just filling up a water. Does like your goblin stomach expand like
It's
as
gonna
you're just
become
straight up drinking?
a goblin water balloon.
goblin.
It's like Petey Piranha from Super Mario Sunshine, when like you spray the water in his mouth, his stomach gets bigger, and then like his belly button pops out at the end. Someone do me a favor and just like butt stomp Skange's stomach right now.
No.
Actually,
Go lunch.
An old Italian plumber comes in.
It's me, your death.
Oh no.
you're not
Like you're
allowed.
green too, you know.
You're not allowed to feed goblins rice at weddings anymore because their stomachs explode.
It just expands, they just explode. As you're getting through your second pitcher of water, a man comes down. He's not any royalty that you would recognize. Yet again, no one over here, I guess. Like, maybe Leston would be able to identify some of the markings on him, but you guys, besides Thurnaga, who has amnesia and wouldn't remember any, he kind of looks over. He's like, I was sent here by Neverwinter to collect an update on your task so far.
Oh gosh. And this guy's talking to
I have
me?
a comfortable office this way, if you wish to follow me. But we know that you, Thurnaga, have been leading this group to help with the Tribord Trail and why trade has been being interrupted. So if you'll follow me this way, I'll bring you over into my office and we can update on what's going on.
Okay. And I follow.
Should we tell him? No.
Is it only Theraga going in there?
He has invited all of you. He knows that there was a group that went with them. Or at least that's what his reports say. Because, you doubt that he has overseen this operation. So he is bringing all of you over there. He doesn't want any of you guys in the waiting room.
Just I walk up to him after we're all sitting down.
Just so you know, Thanaga here, her brain is kind of like scrambled eggs right now.
That is quite concerning. Thurnaga, can you elaborate more? Are you able to talk with scrambled egg brains? I do not know. Do we have an interpreter for her? What is the deal?
Yeah, Scan's raised his hand. I'm the interpreter.
Looking through my files, I would prefer a different interpreter. What about you there, madam?
I can talk. It's not
You can.
speaking.
I'm very sorry. I assumed when you said scrambled brains that you might have lost your ability to speak. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's.
I just lost my soul.
Guy doesn't even know what scrambled eggs brains even means.
What can you update me about the situation with the Tribord Trail? It seems if you guys have been gone for about a month and a half now. Is there any news?
So, and she puts her fingers on her temple and closes her eyes. And it's from what I remember, a dragon attacked us. And we just found out that this dragon is this dude named Ion. Who is
No, and I intervene. I intervene.
Oh, I thought you were gone, actually.
He's
That's what you
not
are doing?
Ion. He is not Ion. The dragon is that we attacked everybody.
He seems to be writing down everything that you guys are saying. So first of all, there is a dragon. We were under the impression that was bandits disrupting the Tribor Trail, and then he kind of has like a quick stern look over at Skange, and then he kind of looks back at writing.
I mean,
Well, there's actually two dragons. No, there's two dragons.
There's actually 3 dragons. Not anymore. But
Alright,
3 dragons.
yeah. Well, no, one of them's dead.
What?
Did you go to your house, or are you actually with us? I'm sorry.
He's with us. He's with us.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
okay.
with you guys.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, why is he saying?
No. I'm gonna be going to the house later, not right now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was like, what? From what I remember, we thought it could be bandits. We did kill a few, but then a giant dragon came and like iced stuff and killed people. Except for us.
Mean dragon. It was a bad dragon.
But again, this just recently, and I remember this very clearly, that the dragon that had killed a few people before, like when we started this whole thing, was a man, because he like changed shapeshift thing, and it was this guy Ion.
No, stop it. I'm starting to get angry right now at their Naga.
Let's do this. I'm going to do separate reports. My reports say that you are Sync, correct? And you originally went with the group? I am going to ask you to leave for a moment, and then I will take your statement separately.
Don't do that.
Fine. And I kind of look angrily at Thurnaga, and I leave.
Ooh.
Well, that makes sense. I understand.
Now that he's out of the room,
go out there and
honestly,
wait with
I
him.
think he's a big suspect.
Oh my God.
Before you go out, the Sync walks out first. He's just like, "What? Look, I am going to take this side of the story here first. I'm going to take it separately, but please, I need all of your input one at a time." So he was just interrupting, and I feel like separate for him would be better.
Okay. And I sit back down
Okay.
slowly.
So did Aaron leave? Are you
Yeah.
okay? I didn't know if he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just kind of like waiting outside. There's like two guards just kind of there. Just they look very bored, but it's day to day for them.
That's the reason. I'm just gonna kind of sit down with my back up against the wall, looking at the guards.
There's like a nice fern next to you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit near the fern then.
When you guys went into the court, they asked you if they could take care of Furno instead of having him walk around.
Oh no, they for sure didn't do that.
All right,
No,
so
Furno's
there's like 3 more people following you around then because
That's fine.
they do not want a 2-headed dog to get out of hand.
No, yeah, for sure.
So
No. And I actually kind of look at Fern and I'm like, it had to have been a second dragon, right? And I'm kind of looking at Fern when I talk to him like that. Ion wouldn't hurt anybody. It couldn't have been Ion. And I just kind of pet my dog and give him a treat.
he shits on the carpet and then the guards execute him. No.
That's
So with that being said, yeah, so back to the original group here, I guess. What else are you guys saying?
Okay, so it's like us in the office right now.
Yeah, it's you guys. It's you guys in
Sorry.
the office.
My computer like glitched out a bit, so I was like, "Uh-oh." So I'm gonna be like, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, the dragon is actually this guy named Ion, and he gets upset about it because it's like his dad or something or whatever, and he just doesn't believe that it is his dad, but it is.
As unfortunate as much as we'd like to say otherwise, the evidence does point to that.
That's his voice. I can look through my files for a moment. You said his name was Ion?
Yeah, that's the only name I know of him. I don't know if he has a last name or what.
He starts looking through his records, and as he does, it probably takes about a minute or so. He comes across like an entry. It's like there is an Ion that in one of the housing districts seems to own. And it does see that for large amounts of times, he seems to check out and check into the city. Does any of that information match what is going on?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I look over at Eves because I'm like I don't know anything about this guy.
There's nothing against him in his file. He seems like a prominent citizen. So if we were to question him, it would take some time to go through the citizen code, basically.
He'd probably turn into a dragon and kill you.
He
He's
does have a
very
clean.
bad.
I'm still gonna write it down over here, but he does have a clean record. We can look into it, but it also shows that he has signed out of the city a few months ago. Probably it looks like 4 months ago, and is yet to sign back in.
When did we last see him again? Was it like
It was the
a
fight.
few days ago?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a few days ago.
Yeah. So I kind of tell them his whereabouts, like where we were, what we saw.
Well, dragons are a big thing no matter what, and if there's 3 of them, we do ask, is there any resources that you may need?
I am unaware and don't know of the other 2.
No, one of them is dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Only one of them is dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. You are mistaken. There is no other dragon. I looked to Eves, right? Because the red one is like convinced that his dad isn't the actual dragon. He thinks he's another dragon that only looks exactly the same as the other dragon. You know what I mean? I kind of look at the Eves like,
Yeah.
am I speaking okay words?
Okay. Well, if you guys don't need anything, I could bring
There
him
is
in.
sorry. I kind of like raise my hand up. I'm like, there.
Yes, you.
We do know.
Hargreaves it is?
Yes, Samuela Hargreaves.
Okay.
We do know of like a small family of. I look around like, what is it, guys? Necromancers or something? They were outside of town, and we have reason to believe they might have some information on this this dragon and what we're dealing with. Would it be possible to speak with them?
I just go, what?
Do you possibly have a name? I mean, I could look through the records real quick.
Their names Zarai, Aram, and maybe Nara.
A family name or a last name, maybe?
Oh, yes. The Throfas.
Okay, let me take a look. And you said that they might have information about this dragon?
Yes, more specifically, how to defeat said dragon or capture the person.
Okay. Give me a moment over here. And he starts flipping through that same book that he was kind of flipping through with Ion. And he looks over here and he's like, oh, actually, it looks as though their sister, Eve, is also on special probation right now, looking
Yes, she's
for.
current. Yes. She's obviously with us. She was she's running pretty on at the moment. She's out in Coneyberry.
Coneyberry is abandoned. Do you guys have reason to believe that there's deception check over here?
I look up her noggin, my eyes widen, and I'm like,
That's all I do. Basically, Tina on Bob's Burgers.
Here we go. Deception. Oh my god. Can I
You want to use an inspiration or something?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he looks through the book. He's like, well, there's these three that are still imprisoned over here. She had a deal to release them. I guess that they are under trial for murder of a noble, which is a public hanging. But if
as you say that, I start to my body clenches, my jaw starts to clench, but I'm trying to hide that.
His face is still buried in the book. It seems like he's reading stuff. He's like, but they've actually been moved because not because you. Sorry, that's me knowing this, not him. Because Eve has made a deal with Lord Neverwinter himself about seeing the Tribor Trail free of this dragon. He has actually moved them to the care of the royal court until this matter is settled. They actually reside here. I can get them for you.
Yeah, I think they could provide some information for us.
Okay. We'll do that after we talk to Sync. Is there anything else that we need?
He's emotional. He's unstable.
It is a bit of a source.
Actually, I do have a question for you, officer.
I'm not an officer. I am a speaker.
Well, then why are we
for
fucking talking to
Neverwinter.
you?
Is that your question?
Are there any, You see, I sort of have this thing going with this evil spirit, evil demonic entity. I kind of want to learn more about it. Is there any resources in this big old fancy city that I could use to widen my knowledge?
There are plenty of libraries, bookstores, a couple prominent wizard towers. Neverwinter holds a plethora of resources. If you wish, I can have you talk to one of the scribes in our royal library. They can see if they can get you on track.
Does that mean I won't have to read anything? They'll just do it for me?
It may take some time to research, but yes.
Good.
Can you read?
No.
That is perfectly fine. Not everybody can.
I mean, I can read. I just don't like it.
Okay. Well, let's. I'm gonna have the guards bring you back over to the waiting room. I will have the Atropas meet you there, and I will send in Sync. Is that fine with you guys?
Got it. Yep. Sounds good.
That works.
All right. So he kicks you guys out back over to the waiting room. And as he does, he walks out the door with you guys. He's like, Sink, can you please join me in the office now, please? Hello.
I pat his shoulder as he walks by, if he walks by me.
Are you there, buddy?
Wait, what do you do as I walk by?
Just pat your shoulder. Like, it's okay, buddy, pat.
That's rough, Betty.
All right. So, Sink, you joined him in the office?
Yes.
All right. He sat you down. He's like, all right, I want to hear...
Dragon.
Okay. Do you have any leads on this dragon?
No, I don't have any leads on this dragon, but...
It was said that there were 2 dragons.
Yes, there were 2
and
dragons.
a dispute over a third that was slain. But what is of the second dragon?
Well, the second dragon is the bad one. He's the one that's attacking everybody.
Is that the same one that attacked the caravan?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any information on the good dragon?
The good dragon? Oh, yeah, that's Aya. That's my master. Oh, yeah, I can tell you everything about him. Oh, wait, no, I'm not going to tell you everything about him. That's not a good thing.
I am a court official. I would recommend that you tell us all you can about him. He seems to own a school in the housing district. Yes?
I get kind of serious about that. I'm not going to talk to you about that school.
Why not?
He takes in children and takes care of them as their own. And that is all you need to know about that.
We have on file that he does not have anything on him as far as any issues go. He doesn't have any marks in the system, as I'm saying. He seems like an upstanding citizen. So
well, of course he is.
So then why would you be withholding information on us?
I'm not withholding information. I just don't like talking about it. He likes to be private.
Okay.
Not
I think we gathered all that we can over here. And I thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'm going to have you meet them in the waiting room.
All right. Sounds good.
So he starts writing down more reports. All right. Meanwhile, Leston, you're kind of moving through the streets of Neverwinter. What kind of district are you looking around in?
The absolute worst district. Probably. I'd be searching like the really worst off districts, like working class districts, docks, where you find the highest number of homeless people. Yeah, the absolute worst off slums.
Yeah, the
yeah,
that's
yeah, the roughest districts where people are hard sleeping. Yeah. Absolute rundown districts where there's a lot of abandoned buildings, places like that. Be looking very hard.
So you start looking in Detroit.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. So you start
East St. Louis.
Oof. East anything is just the worst. So you start walking around to the docks district. You definitely stand out. As you're walking around, you smell the salt of the air. And, you hear like the creaking of the boats, the shouting of sailors. There's definitely a lot of seagulls, birds around, but it also smells and just looks like absolute low tide. That's the majority of what you're really picking up here. A lot of shady people are kind of doing what they do, you choose probably not to walk by alleys as you just don't want to intervene with what goes down those ways. Some of the buildings seem to load crates, hold supplies. You see people moving with large barrels of rations, like hardtack fish, stuff like that. Also, it seems as though some people are unloading supplies from these boats and bringing them into warehouses. Some of the businesses are still in order. So you see like the Rusty Nail, which looks like a lot of sailors are walking in and out of. It looks like a tavern. Are quite. It looks like they haven't been open for a very long time. And also it seems like there's a lot of strays in this area in between cats and dogs. You probably, seeing all these people walk around, you also probably spot at least like 10 or 11 strays walking around, either begging for food or, just kind of doing their own gang animal stuff. While you're walking around, you're actually quite perceptive. You see that there is this man that is leaning against a box near one of these broken down buildings. It seems like this is one of the boxes that was being unloaded from a couple of ships. He seems to be leaning against it and drinking something. He's a dwarven man, quite stout, looks a little bit scrawny, maybe like he seems like he had muscle mass, but that's gone. Very covered in tattoos. And as he's sitting there drinking, it seems as though another kind of sailor walks up to him, except he looks a little bit more kept up, kind of like he's a little bit more of like a ranking officer. And you just kind of hear, Duncan, we did not give you break time. You have to get those crates into the warehouse now. And he kind of like he kicks the bottle out of his hand that like breaks against the wall. And you hear this man just go into full gibberish mode. And you're kind of near that.
Leston just sort of looks relieved for a moment that she's found him, and just approaches. Duncan.
The man has well walked away by now. He kind of got rid of the problem that he seems, like this man was drinking on the job. If I kick the glass, he'll probably not have anything to drink and get back to fucking working. But he's still kind of like ranting and raving. He's just kind of going off the rails. A couple dwarven swears something about the drow taking over mushrooms, talk to people, and the seagulls are laughing at him.
Yeah, that sounds like the last time she saw him. Hey, Duncan.
This man looks over and he gives you a look and he's a bit confused. It's like, what do you want? I'm doing my job. Where'd my bottle go?
We're gonna get you cleaned up.
He seems out of it.
We're gonna get you cleaned up, mate. Come on. Let's find you somewhere to stay for a while. Come on, mate.
I can't. I have to move the boxes to get the money to pay for things.
You've earned your money. I'm gonna pay you. Come on. I've got your paycheck. You've already moved the boxes. It's all right. I've got your paycheck right here. Come on.
He's kind of responsive to that. Like you can definitely tell that this man is like tattered and definitely very poor. And he starts following you as you're saying. He's like, you've got my pay.
Yeah.
For the job.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you home.
Good. I can get the drink I dropped. I can get it. And then he starts walking back and like trying to pick up the glass from the ground. And
Don't
Just-
touch that, Duncan. Don't touch it. You're gonna hurt yourself, mate. Come on, mate.
Yeah. So he starts following you again. He's talking under his breath about how the board's creaking makes a song.
Yeah, Lesson's gonna look to try and take him somewhere that's not going to just take advantage of the money, like somewhere that seems kind of reputable. She's done this before. She knows that if she just gives him the money directly, it's gonna disappear. So she's gonna look and take him to somewhere where they can look after him and like set him up where he can stay and pay for like his room and board for like a while. So that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna like find him somewhere and like set him up with room and board for like as long as she can pay for, because that's what she does whenever she earns money. She's only got 2 people left, and that's what all her money goes to.
Are you looking for more of a place that might deal in, more popular medieval times? But like, like a nunnery, or like more of like a mental hospital type place?
Yeah, actually,
or
probably.
you're looking for like a place where like he would just kind of live on his own?
Actually, because this is more a city, yeah, actually, probably now that she's a paladin, probably more of a religious joint might be the go here. Somewhere like that, where she can like pay for that might be the go. But if they won't take him, then an inn, because she's got more religious connections now as a paladin. But previously, yeah, she's just set them up at like inns and paid their tabs, because she's given them the money before and it's just disappeared when she didn't know better.
I mean, with a city this big, this is one of the prominent metropolises of the Sword Coast. You can pretty much take your pick. Like, do you want a nunnery, possibly one towards the god that you have, or do you want, like an inn?
Well, he is a dwarf, so actually she might try and set him up with Moradin, because he's a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like more of like a mental hospital or nunnery that like set that like kind of takes in dwarves, maybe ones that like.
I think that's what she's gonna do. Yeah, because he's a dwarf.
Okay.
I think that's what she'll do. Find like because Moradin's also a very popular god, so Moradin is probably the go.
As you guys are walking through the town, and every now and then you gotta kind of like reel him back in. As he kind of gets a little bit distracted, or he kind of goes off on a tangent, or he doesn't know where he is. At one of the points, kind of stops, and you think that you're going to have to reel him back in, and he just gives you a deadpan look. He's like, Sergeant Leston?
Yeah, Duncan. It's been a while.
What's going on here? Where are we?
You're in Neverwinter. I'm just taking you somewhere where they're gonna look after you for a bit. And don't worry.
What do you mean, look after me? What's going on? I don't understand.
Listen, I've got been earning some coin for you. She holds up like a coin purse, and she says, don't worry, this is your money. And when you're feeling better, this is 100% yours. Don't you worry about it.
I have a pension funds from the war. I could take care of my. And then he kind of stops for a moment, and you see that like he kind of starts looking around like really rapidly at that point after he says war. And he just starts like reaching for something on his side, and he doesn't find anything, and he just starts freaking out again. But this time, like, definitely more animated, definitely more outward.
Duncan, it's fine. They're not here. You don't need to worry. You're safe now.
Roll me a. I mean, like, if you want to do medicine, perception, come up with anything else to try to calm them down. He's definitely having a moment.
Persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with anything, I'll give you advantage because, like, I didn't fucking need it. All right, so yeah, you end up calming him down, and you realize that at this point, his eyes are just glassy and all over the place again. And even though he's calm, you realize that he's in a state where you lost him again. Like, he is now just babbling about how, like, the sailors turn like into weird things at night. Like he's going on about some random thing again.